Okay, good morning, everybody. This is Christy Card, Executive Regional Vice President with Arbonne and Independent Consultant. I'm going to share with you the good morning hello for today being April 8th. So we're already 1 week into our April. So really make sure you're looking at what you want for your April and you're breaking it down week by week because we're already 1 week in. So also, I'm going to go over some housekeeping stuff, so some announcements really quick before we get into the training. So some housekeeping stuff. GTC is less than 2 weeks away. It's actually 13 days away. So you really want to make sure that not only you're set to go and you're registered, but that your team is too. And how you can find that is if you go to your dashboard and then you go to where it says group volume, you can change it and you can actually look at who is on your team, who is registered and who is not. So that helps us kind of keep track of who we need to get gifts for, but also lets us know who has already signed up and who hasn't. So make sure you guys do that. I know a lot of you guys had a ton of new consultants join you, so you want to make sure all of them know about GTC and all of them are ready to rock. So that's definitely a big deal. Okay. Because GTC is the best, biggest, and most amazing event on earth, you want to make sure everyone on your team is there. Not only are we launching new products, but they're going to have a training on how to launch people into Taiwan, and that's going to be incredible. They're going to have the award ceremony, and they're going to have John O'Leary speaking to all of us, which is, if you don't know the book On Fire, you need to get it ASAP and read it because it's absolutely incredible. And we are so lucky that he is going to come to GTC and speak for all of us. Like that, I think, is enough right there just to go to GTC. But on top of that, all the new products, all the fun, all the gifts, all the laughs, all the memories. Oh my gosh, you guys get there. Okay. So I just also, one last thing before I beat that GTC horse one last time. Sarah Thompson on our call and Jessica Swarzek, who's an Executive National Vice President, who's actually a sideline of us. Not our upline, not our downline, but she's a sideline sister. Both of them started and within 1 week went to GTC. And Sarah's about to go region qual and Jessica's an EMVP. So I'm just letting you know you've got to make it happen. And if somebody joins your team next week, you've got to tell them about GTC and get them to go. Okay, done with that. Sponsoring. Last month, you guys, we sponsored 156 new people into our business. 156. That is a ton. This month so far, we're definitely on a lower path so far. We can change that. So I didn't get Ruth's numbers from this morning, but I think we're somewhere around 10 1 week in. So we got to make sure we up that because we only have 1.5 more weeks for the half off consultant starter and the $19 upgrade. So if you guys are new or you don't know about this or it's been a long time, if people join your team as a brand new consultant from now until April 16th, it's only $39.50 for them to get their ID. If they are a current preferred client, it's only $19.50 for them to upgrade from PC to consultant. And they still will get their $100 free gift if they have their minimum 250 QB order. So you've got to make sure you're reaching out because what an incredible deal. And maybe some people in your life were on the fence and now is a great time because it's half off for their ID. They can jump on and get their product and go. Okay, so we got to move our butts. If we want to hit 160 this month as well, we got to move our butts big time. We got to be sponsoring. And our main initiatives every single month are sponsoring, scheduling, and selling. And when we say selling, it's more like sharing. But sponsoring, scheduling, and sharing products. Okay, last couple things. We did a call with Peyton. And this was in December. It's amazing. If you haven't heard it, definitely listen into. And so every single month, we want to try to get 5 new people to do the nutrition with us. And starting May, we are going to have a group in which all the participants that are starting in May 1st, they're going to get weekly recipes and they're going to get a grocery list for those exact recipes every week. So on Saturday, a recipe for that week will come out. 7 days of recipes and a grocery list for that 7 days. So we're trying to make it even simpler and easier for your nutrition clients so that they don't have to really think of anything. They can get their list, bring it to the store, get their stuff, and they have their meals for the entire week. So that will be starting in May. So watch out for the group name. We'll post it on our team page. And definitely everyone's allowed to join in if they want to be, sidelines. If you have other friends that are in different teams, if their upline's cool with it, everyone's invited. But they have to be doing the nutrition that particular month. We want to make it fair, so they're doing that nutrition that month. Okay. You want to probably to get 5 nutrition people to join you. You're probably gonna have to ask like 25. So how cool would it be if each of us had 5 new nutrition clients joining us every single month, and all of our brand new consultants did the same? We would have 5 plus another 5 plus another 5, and it would grow and grow and grow, and that would be absolutely incredible. Last 2 points, and it's actually going to throw me right into Crystal. So in terms of products, some of you guys talked about or posted the skincare sample. So make sure you reached out to your skincare sample people, and you're not trying to only get them to get the product. You're trying to get them to do a one-on-one or host for you. You want to get some scheduling or some sponsoring out of it, because honestly, our main goal every single time we talk to somebody or every event we do, more so is to get a consultant and book an event. The sales isn't the biggest piece, you guys. It's to get a new consultant and book an event. That in itself will help grow your business so much more than focusing on the numbers. So when you're giving out these samples, we want to try to get activity with it. So last piece, and then I'll throw it to Crystal. Sarah Thompson posted an incredible nutrition post this morning. If you guys are not friends with her, befriend her fast, because she's about to be an RVP. But she posted something on the nutrition, a really amazing way to show personal testimony on how we talk about the nutrition. So don't just copy and paste her post and her picture. You're going to want to put your testimony in it so that you're sharing that. But if you want to give out samples for the nutrition, just like we did the skincare, absolutely. And then we're going to talk about how we can put nutrition on Autoship if somebody wants to. And I'm going to let Crystal talk about that, but I'm going to just say one little piece of Autoship. I've never done Autoship with Arbonne in terms of sharing it with other people. We do have it. We don't have to utilize it. But how cool would it be if we get our nutrition clients who already are in love with Arbonne to get on the nutrition, to have it sent to their house simply, conveniently, so that they can go ahead and stay on the program and don't fall off. So with that, I'm going to have Crystal share what Autoship is, what it can do for your business, how do we do it, all that jazz. So I'm really excited about this information because I have no idea. So Miss Crystal, you are the expert. So go ahead.
Well, good morning, everyone. I did want to start off on a little random side note. If any of you girls have met Essie, that's on our team. She's in Huntington Beach. She just had her baby this morning at like 2 a.m. So if she watches this later, I'm so happy for her. Yay. So Autoship. I'm sure a lot of people have heard of other network marketing companies where Autoship is not just an option, but it's mandatory. So I have so much pride in our company that we don't have minimums and that we don't have a forced auto ship. But at the same time, we have that option for convenience, which is huge because I know I have a few people that I call every month, get their card every month to put in an order for them. And they'd be like, man, don't you have my card on file? Or can't you just send it to me? And I'm like, we can't, but really we can. So it's awesome. So here's the very basic nuts and bolts with this. And this is the same for a preferred client or a consultant. And for people who are not close to will call, this is huge because shipping, man, it's just not worth spending if you can just do the auto ship. So if you have an order from 0 to 149 QV, then there is a flat rate shipping for $5.95. So already on that you can save, I think, maybe $5 or something like that is the difference, or $7.95 if that's what it is. So you already save money with that. If you have an order of 150 QV and over, you get free shipping and a free product of the month. So I'm sure some of you have seen in your emails, like your consultant update, hey, free product of the month for auto ship. This month, it's the the FC5 body wash. Probably most of us use that. I mean, I buy it every other month. I mean, it'd be nice to save on shipping and get a free one. If you do 300 QV and up, you have free shipping plus your free product and a $10 discount. Now, this is the same for preferred clients and consultants. So consultants, even on top of your discount, you get another discount, which is amazing. This also includes our ASVPs, which is awesome because they're already discounted even more. So knowing that information is helpful, but if Christy's okay with it, I'm going to share my screen and show you really basically how it works, because I was like, great, that's great info. Now how do I do it? Because I couldn't find it before. So let me share screen. Okay, let me go to my, oops, I probably should have been a little more prepared here. Can you guys still hear me? I hope so. I can't see you. Let's see here. Okay.
We can, Crystal.
Okay, can you see my office?
Yeah.
Okay, so there's a couple ways to do this. I feel like the most basic a lot of times, because you can't really add something into your cart. You kind of got to go find it and add it in. For consultants, you can do this in Quick Shop, but that's not okay. So for consultants, we have Quick Shop, but that's not on our preferred clients. So if you just know it one way, you won't have to worry about trying to know every way. So if you just go into Shop, let's see. Let's start with our special value pack. I think one of the only ones that's not on Autoship is the Genius Ultra, because doesn't really make sense. Okay, so here, all flavors are 30 days, a common one. So before you go to add it to the bag, there's just a little box right here you can click. For some reason, I've had trouble with that, but if you, click on it, the tutorial said to click there, but I couldn't do that. So if you just click on the product, it's easier to just do it here. Okay, so add to your bag. Let me move you guys so I can see my screen. There we go. Now I'm going to go to my shopping bag here. And I have a couple other things in there. So I have my ASVP that I'm already going to get that you're starting out with, and then they want it on Autoship. So as you scroll down, you'll see reoccurring Autoship items. Now, it will automatically set it up on a 30-day frequency. You have an option of either 30 or 60. That's it. So you can edit in here. And if you want to remember what that Autoship is that's coming, you can change this and just put your nutrition. And I actually want it to come every 60 days because I actually have a ton. Okay, so save that. So now when you get an email, it'll let you know that your Autoship is getting ready to send. You have up to 3 days before that ships to edit or change your order. Now, I was kind of worried that you might have to sign in for your client and go through it all to change it for them. But if we go to, gets under here, orders, you will see down here, manage Autoship orders. I don't have any clients on Autoship, but there will be another drop down. There'll be like their name and another drop down right here that will say on hold or cancel. So you can, for any of your clients, put it on hold, and on hold you can save forever. And you can just put it right back to active if they're ready for it to ship. Now, if you do push cancel, you have to create an entire Autoship order again, which you would have to go into their page, as far as I know, going into their page and redoing it, setting it all up. So you might as well just keep it on hold, because you can keep it on hold forever.
I have a question, and I hate to like jump in.
No, it's okay.
But how cool would it be if maybe we tell them we're going to go ahead and set it up so that if a week before we're done, you fall in love with it, I can just hit go and another one will be sent. So basically we could like have it ready, but like put it on hold. And if they said yes, we could take it off hold.
Yeah, because you can adjust it on hold anytime or active, right? So it can sit there forever. You don't ever have to charge them. But of course, you as a consultant, you need to make sure that you're on top of that so they're not accidentally charging people. Of course.
Right. You would have to make sure that you're not. Yeah, exactly. How cool would that be? Okay, anyway.
Right. And they're not paying for it up front. It's not going to pay till it, gets ready to ship. So that is a great thing. So that's kind of the nuts and bolts about it. I did come across another thing that said we could adjust or start a new one for a client, but it didn't give much information. So I'm going to do a little bit more research and see if I can find some more stuff on the source where we can actually save our credit card information for our clients under our dashboard. And I can't even tell you, that would be just life-changing for my business, because it's really hard sometimes just to get the card information from the people. They're like, yeah, order it. I'm like, I got to get your card info again. So I will do some research on that. Let me see. Close this out real quick. They had some really good frequently asked questions. So it was 3 days before. I want to make sure. So, okay, this is the other thing. So whatever card that they buy their initial kit with, the Arbonne will save that credit card. So it will automatically feed onto that. You don't have to get their credit card for the auto ship. So it will keep it and it will keep their card on file. Another bonus. So 30, 60 days. And then I'll go over if I can figure out how to save the clients. Do you have any more questions about that?
Yeah, there was a question, is Autoship only ASAPs or can you do single items? So I responded, you can totally do single items. You can do any combo of whatever you want. Mm-hmm. And as long as it gets over that QV allotment that you're talking about, so the 0 to 149 is less expensive shipping, $5.99. 150 to 299 is a free product of the month. 300 and above is free product, free shipping, $10 discount. So I did want to let you guys know really quick. So the nutrition, if you're going to start putting your clients who fall in love and want this consistency and the simplicity of it just coming to their house every month, it's 298 QV. So they will need to pick one more thing to put them over that 300, but that will give them free shipping, the free product, and the $10 discount. So they're actually basically making their money back by picking one more thing. So I would suggest if they are falling in love with the nutrition, do something nutrition like a greens balance or a pre-workout or something like that that's going to get them over that 300. But I'm super excited about this. I definitely feel like we need to wrap our heads around it a little bit more, but getting into that knowledge. And yes, Crystal, I would love for you to shoot another video from beginning to end so we can keep that video on how to do auto ship. But does anybody else have any quick questions before we jump into Heidi? You would have to unmute yourself or type it in the little chat. Either one is fine.
Hey, Christy, this is Sarah. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, just a quick, I know she said she wasn't sure about keeping their cards on file. Just a quick tip that I do whenever I sign up a new preferred client is, and I've coached my team the same way, is actually to have a consistent password that I put in that I actually choose for them at the time of making them a client. So, what we do is just super simple. It's just capital P password 15 exclamation point, and that was because I started in 2015. So some people do it 16, whatever, but something super basic that you do consistently for every single client. And that way you can always go in and log into their accounts, because a lot of my clients don't change that password. So with that, you can actually go in, log in as your client, and add their credit card to their profile to where it is then on file for them. Does that make sense?
Yes, and you actually could do the exact same thing if you did, because I like to do everyone's first order for them, because a lot of times they'll forget their $100 free gift or their $50 free gift.
Right.
So when you put them in as a new PC or you put them in as a new consultant, in the regularly done through arbonne.com, before you close out, you can just go to my account and then or me and put their credit card in their file cabinet if that's what you prefer. So totally, that's absolutely a way to do it too. So when you check out, when you enter your code, you can say add to wallet. There's also a place that if when you're checking out, you can hit your credit. There's a button that says add to wallet for your credit card. So we will find a very smooth, simple way that we can teach you all, you guys. But how cool is this? I'm so excited. This is going to be huge. I know I've had people do the nutrition and love it, but then just didn't get it again, so they fall off the bandwagon and they start eating bad again, and then it takes them 3 or 4 months before they want to get back on the bandwagon again. So if we can just get them to be consistent, and so that they feel better, they're healthier, they're making better choices. Plus, our nutrition is most likely cheaper than them buying and prepping a whole bunch of meals for them anyway. So if we can try to like be a little bit better on servicing them, and maybe this is another way to service them the best that we can, that's so rad. So I don't want to take up too much more time. So if you guys have any more questions, when Crystal posts the video, post the questions underneath her video. That would be amazing. So with that, I love Miss Heidi. If you wouldn't mind jumping on and giving us some inspiration, and then Miss Ruth to close out the call. Go ahead, Miss Heidi.
Okay. Can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Okay, I'm sorry. I was having technical difficulty. I was using my laptop and then my cell phone because I was going to read from my cell phone and Zoom on my laptop, but now my laptop's frozen. So I'm going to jump on my phone just to read the quote, and then I don't think you guys can, I'll hop back on if that's okay.
No problem.
Okay, so I'm going to go and read my. So this morning I'm going to share a quote by Marianne Williams, and it goes like this. Our deepest fear is not that we are inadequate. Our deepest fear is that we are powerful beyond measure. It is our light, not our darkness, that most frighten us. We ask ourselves, who am I to be brilliant, gorgeous, talented, and fabulous? Actually, who are you not to be? You are a child of God. Your playing small does not serve the world. There is nothing enlightened about shrinking so that other people won't feel insecure around you. We are all meant to shine as children do. We are born to make manifest the glory of God that is within us. It's not just within some of us, it's within everyone. And as we let our own light shine, we unconsciously give other people permission to do the same. As we are liberated from our own fear, our presence actually automatically liberates others. I'm back. So I read that quote, and it just hit me like a ton of bricks, because just recently I was thinking this and having this conversation with a friend of mine, actually explaining, and it's just my thoughts, that I believe we have a duty to share our stories. Granted, some stories are meant to be private and shared on a more intimate level, but I believe that we are here to share our stories because you don't know who you can nudge, propel forward, inspire, or liberate them in some way by our story. And I know it's happened to me numerous times in my life where, because I heard that phrase that day or that story that day or something that was shared with me, it would liberated me and gave me the courage to do what was next necessary. And I've experienced this obviously since I've been in Arbonne, watching all of you women. And I also think, in like a childlike mind, where does fear come from? Our children are born so innocent, not until they experience something like the first time that they hear a loud bang. And depending on how we respond to it as a parent, we either like teach them that, oh my gosh, that was really scary. So when they hear that sound again, they're going to be scared again and again and again. But if we assure them and just say, hey, it's okay, baby, it was just a sound, look over there, something fell. So it's not so frightening the next time. So many thoughts come to my head as a person, and also as part of a team, that we're growing and we're constantly doing things to get out of our comfort zone. But at the end of the day, it's not about us. It's about what can we do for others. And the picture is just getting bigger and bigger and bigger for me as I watch everyone, and I'm taking this all in so then I can execute that more so. And I think that once we really get into this business, we really start to grasp that concept. And everyone has their timing, but it's definitely a business full of light, and there's so many shining stars, and it's just, I get more and more ecstatic as time goes by and I get to be a part of this, and I really start to grasp it. And I think some often get caught up in like the why not me, or we get to do the comparison thing, and we put ourselves in somebody else's timeline. And yes, we want to empower each other, but definitely not compare each other. And that's another thing I appreciate about all the powerful women and some men in this business, is that no one compares. Everybody encourages one another, and we all have our own light, and everybody has a gift. And sometimes it takes a while to figure out like just what your gift is, because we can, aspire to be like someone, but to copy them, no. We really have to find that light within us. And then once we dig deep and find it, it just becomes easier and easier to share. And it is our duty, especially in this business, because it's not about sales. It's the bigger picture. Yes, we have amazing products, and who is not going to be addicted once they try them, of course. But the picture is so much bigger. It is health and wellness, but it does start within, in your heart. And I have one of the biggest hearts. Anybody who really knows me, but I have difficulty sharing it like this. So this is really me, you guys watching me overcome a fear, talking from my heart. I didn't plan any of this, because I'm like, nope, I'm not going to plan. I have my quote plan, but I'm going to talk from my heart. So I'll stumble my way through this, but I'd rather stumble and allow you guys to watch me grow. And if anybody can grasp something from me being uncomfortable right now, then I did a little bit of my duty today, so, and I just pray to keep growing and keep inspiring. And I'm thankful for all the women who have been a part of my life thus far since I've joined Arbonne. And I just go to bed peace with so much peace in my heart, because I know I'm a part of something that's really beautiful, amazing, and it's a gift. And I've never been around so many people at this level who are, even though we're all individuals, we're all going the same direction. We are walking with purpose, and my heart is like full of joy just knowing that at the end of each day.
That's amazing, Heidi. I love it. And you know what? You can tell that that's exactly how you feel. And you know what, you guys? I think sometimes we manufacture how we're supposed to respond to stuff and how we are supposed to be. And I love that you totally did that just from your heart. Ruth says that was wonderful.
Oh, thank you.
And it was. And I think sometimes if we were to take ourselves out of the equation when we talk to people about the business, and we literally look at what they are and who they are and what they want for their life, and we say, you know what, I have no idea if it's a fit for you, but I see this and this and this in you. I would love to share with you, because maybe it is what's going to be what you've been looking for. And I love that so much, because you just said that. You just said, I have to just do what I'm supposed to do and talk from the heart and be vulnerable and not be perfect. You guys who don't know me, I am so not perfect. I am so not organized. I cannot spell. I'm terrible at directions. There's so many things, you guys, that I am not good at, but it doesn't matter, because in the whole, it's not about me anyway. So it's really about Heidi, what can Ruth and I and Sarah and everybody give you that's going to serve you, that's going to have you allow your light to shine. So with that, I'm going to let Ruth take over to close us out. Thank you. And thank you, Crystal. You totally kicked butt. I'm so excited to hear more about all that jazz from you. And Miss Ruth, go take it away.
Oh my goodness. I just text Christy, I was like, can we just end the call? Can we just end it right there? You said it all. You said it all. So now I'm going to get over my fear of inadequacy after Heidi and be like, okay, what more can I say on this topic? But yes, thank you so much for sharing. Thank you, Crystal. If you didn't see, Crystal just mentioned that you cannot use PC rewards. They can't be applied toward Autoship. So that was a note just to share really quickly. But so I had planned to do a training as well on just the fact that you are enough. And I know a lot of us struggle with this, that, am I worthy? Am I enough? And it really bleeds into our businesses in more ways than we even know. So I'm just going to share a little bit of my story of how I've kind of walked through this journey. And if you need to jump off, it's okay. I know it's 9:30. You can watch the playback later, but I'm just going to share. So I grew up in a family of 12 children. So there was a ton of us. My name's Ruth Sherlock, by the way, for anyone that's new. I'm sorry, I didn't say that before. Independent consultant, regional vice president with Arbonne. Number 9 of 12 kids. So there we go. So I was raised, we were always raised, be thankful for what you have, don't really ask for anything, just be grateful for what you have, let it be offered to you, kind of that sort of thing. And I was really, really shy. I always wanted to be in the background. I was a dancer. I didn't like being in the front row, even though I was one of the better dancers now looking back. But I wanted others to shine. I kind of had a false sense of humility. And growing up in the dance world, I saw that shine really abused. And I didn't want to be that girl. I didn't want to be the brat in front and center that just wanted all the applause and all of that. So I shrunk back and I thought that was the place to be. And it bled into so many areas of my life. So when I started Arbonne, I was 23. I was dancing, doing all sorts of things. But when I started, they talked about the Mercedes and I was like, oh gosh, I don't want a Mercedes. In my mind, that those were what rich people drove to show off that they had money, in my mind. So I definitely came from a more poverty mindset. And I just thought, I'm not that kind of person. I had really low expectations coming into this business. I even said out loud, I was like, if I get the Mercedes, it's going to take 9 years, but I don't even want a Mercedes. Like, that was my mindset. And again, false sense of humility. I thought I was doing good. But I really equated success with greed, and that was so wrong. But that's where I came from. So then it was a year into my business that I was really, really convicted. And I was hit in the face by one of my favorite personal development books, which is the Bible. And it just hit me that I really was made for huge things. And I always had this gnawing sense in my heart that I was made to do more. But kind of like that quote says, it says, who are you not to be? My question was, who am I to be that girl? Like, what do I have to offer? How can I be a Bethany Hamilton? How can I be, some people might say an Oprah, or how can I be whoever your person is that you look up to? That girl, that was Mother Teresa. Like, I posted a Mother Teresa quote. That's Mother Teresa. I'm just Ruth, or I'm just Heidi, or I'm just whoever. But really, we are made to shine and to be great. And it's not so that we get all the applause. It's not so that we can be front and center. It's like Heidi said, it helps other people reflect their light, and we all need everyone's light. If everyone hid their light, think of how dark the world would be, right? So in Proverbs 31, it talks about being this woman. She's like this woman that is praised, this great woman, that she is resourceful, she's wise, she's business savvy, she's strong, she's determined. And I'm like, this is in the Bible? What the heck? I thought you were supposed to be like quiet and like not say anything. What the heck? I didn't even know. Anyways, but she's well known. She's well known to be this woman of excellence. And even her husband is known among the leaders because of his amazing wife and this amazing woman. And it was like, oh dang, all right, I have this amazing gift of Arbonne. I have to share it. I have to pay it forward. It's my responsibility, right? It's my duty, like Heidi said. And also another thing that really helped me grow in this was we call her our forever president, Rita Davenport. If you've not read her book, Funny Side Up, you have to, so write that down, Funny Side Up. But she says, everyone has an invisible sign over their head that says, make me feel important. And that is our goal. But if we don't believe it for ourselves, it's going to be really difficult to share that with people, because ENVP Cecilia Stoll, top earner in our company, something that she says, I'm just going to quote the world today, is belief has a sound. So you can say all day, I believe in you, I think you're going to be great, you can totally do this, you can promote whatever it is, or if you're talking to your kids, I believe you can do anything. But if they don't see that you believe that for yourself, it's not going to come across as genuine as if they see it poured out in you and your life. Growing through this business, my leaders were always telling me that what they saw in me, how valued I was, but for a long time, it did not believe them. I just thought they were trying to make me feel better, maybe produce more. I was like, they're crazy. They don't know me. Like, they think they know me. They don't know me. I didn't think I had a lot to offer. I didn't think I was a natural born leader. In my mind, I felt like I just lacked so much to do that. But to be honest, I did. I was lacking a lot and I needed to grow. But the incredible thing about Arbonne is really that you do grow. And if you let go of your ego and you let go of that fear that Heidi talked about, and pride and doubt, you grow into the best version of yourself. So again, it's not about growing into this person that you admire. Yes, use that as like a mentoring, but Don't try to be exactly like them. Be you. Confidence is defined as a feeling of self-assurance arising from one's appreciation of one's own abilities or qualities. So that's confidence, a feeling of self-assurance arising from one's appreciation of their own abilities or qualities. When I first began this journey, confident was the last trait anyone would have said and would have come to mind about me. They would not have been, oh, Ruth, she's so confident. Oh, no. I was dealing with skin issues. I'd been diagnosed with tendonitis and bursitis in my hip after being a dancer all my life. That took me out. So it meant I couldn't dance. So I thought that was my value, was dance. That was stripped away. And you guys, I fell apart. That was what I worked for all of my life. I thought I was going to be in a company. I thought I was going to own a studio. I thought I was going to pursue this dream of dance, and it was gone. And I know you all know I was very shy. I didn't think I was worth a lot to people, and I was really depressed. Going into just starting my business, before that, I would go to bed most nights between 1 and 4 in the morning. You can ask my mom. I would just wander around with no purpose, and my mom would ask me, why did you stay up so late last night? What were you doing? And I was just like, I don't know. And I knew I was struggling and praying for change, and God has truly used this business and this community to change my life. Our upline, our mentors are constantly building us up, speaking belief over us. But you guys, we have to start believing them. Truly believe them, because they see what we don't. I did not believe Christy and Aaron for the longest time, but once I did, it truly changed everything in my business. Because once you start believing you're enough and you have something incredible to offer the world, something that no one else has, you're able to speak life and belief into others. And I just want to read this amazing portion of scripture because it really speaks on this. So it says, "For the body does not consist of one member, but of many." So we can think of this as our Arbonne family, or just your family, your community, whatever. The body does not consist of one member, but of many. If the foot should say, because I'm not a hand, I don't belong to the body. And if the ear should say, because I'm not an eye, I do not belong to the body. If the whole body were an eye, where would the sense of hearing be? If the whole body were an ear, where would the sense of smell? But as it is, God arranged the members in the body, each one of them as he chose. If we all were a single member, where would the body be? All these parts, all these fingers all over the world, all these ears all over the world. As it is, there are many parts, yet one body. So just remembering that we do need each other. We all have lights to shine. We all have purpose, and it starts with us. So just believe that and grow it. If you need some great resources, they're out there, but truly it just comes to pushing doubt aside. It comes to getting fears out of the way, operating in your strengths. And it starts with us. Keith Kochner, I know a lot of us attended his training a while back here in February. And he says we all have greatness inside of us, but we cannot walk toward greatness. We can only walk away from it because it's in us. So don't walk away from your greatness. Great ways, again, to just absorb this and soak it in. Going to GTC, being a part of the community, showing up at trainings and meetings, that is where we feed and breathe life, you guys. I can't tell you, if I did not attend meetings, I would not be in Arbonne. I wouldn't, because that's what kept me going, because we all go through ebbs and flows. And when you see people growing and operating in their strengths, it gives you that permission to operate in yours and realize too that you are needed. So surround yourself with people who are living that way, and edify your team, edify your upline. Just go out there and shine your light, because you're needed. So if there's anything you took away from today's training, Autoship is amazing. Use it. You are amazing, and you are so needed. So find out every little piece of you. Write down a list of 100 things that you are that are great. And you might be like, oh, I don't have 100 things. Oh, yes, you do. Start writing them down. What do you love about yourself? I love my smile. I love hanging out with kids. I'm great with adults, which I could not say for like 8 years. I do not know how to act. Whatever. going off on a tangent, but write all of those things. I am a great artist. I am a great mom. I am a great friend. I'm a great husband. Whatever it is, you guys just keep writing it down. You're needed. So that is all I have to share with you guys. I love you. Go and shine. With that, I think we're just going to close out the call. Okay, you guys have an amazing Saturday. Shine and serve the world. We'll see you all soon. Bye.